What comes to mind when you see this game dev hobbyist? Is that a dirty word? Is it an insult? Let's not be too hasty. Hey, I'm Brandon with Fold Up Games, and this is ADHD Game Dev. So why is it that you might think, no, I'm a serious dev, I'm not a hobbyist, even if you're just one guy in a college dorm room working on stuff in your spare time, right? Is it because you are really working hard at making games? Or maybe it's because you want to make money and you want to be taken seriously? I mean, some people really are professionals and they know it, but what about the rest of us who are still just making our way? I mean, I've also busted tail and put in the work in the past, but the last game that I worked on was Dungeon-esque, and I approached it very differently, and I had really strong success, particularly over here in ADHD land, so this might be helpful to you. I realized that if I'm putting game dev business or trying to make money as my goal, that's not really going to motivate me. So what I did instead was I set a manageable timeline of about 2 months that I thought I could stay invested mentally. And I set expectations about what a finished game would be looking like according to that timeline. I don't want to work on this forever. This is not a long term. It's only a couple months. Okay. After that, I approached making the game as a hobby. So it was a benefit to me in this one because it was an interest. It's an old hobby horse of mine. It's me wanting to make a self-generating dungeon. And I've done that again and again and again, messed with it over the years. So in this case, I was tickling an interest that's been there for a long time. Now that is automatically fun. So sometimes you start a game and you're just messing with a concept that you want to get out and just to see what it looks like. And you're not really under any obligation to finish that. And I think it's great to pursue that kind of thing. But in this case, it's kind of an old white whale of mine, if you get that reference. I'm like, I want to go and tackle it. So in this case, I got to thinking about it. It's like, okay, I'm working hard at it too, but what if it is a hobby? What is a hobby? Well, it's something that you do for fun, okay? It's what your brain goes to whenever you have downtime and nothing going on. Side note, I think we should talk about creating boredom and downtime in a future vid. I saw an interesting vid on the topic and it got me to thinking about how I would approach that as a game developer. Look, you don't need a boss standing over your shoulder about your hobbies, do you? Going like, you better make some progress on that puzzle or I'm going to clear the dining room table. Okay, that would be stupid. Like, I want to see 2 friends over for cards this weekend or so help me. I mean, come on. That's not fun. That's work. Why are you making games if it's no fun? Games are supposed to be fun. They should be fun for the player, and I personally think they should be fun for the developer as well. So instead of being like, come on, get focused, trying to force your brain to behave, it doesn't work, does it? So I said, I'm going to pursue making Dungeon-esque, making that one as a hobby. And I found myself looking forward to it. I was adding things to it as they interested me. I have a punch list of things that I want to do, but I'm not just like crushing through it. I'm like, oh, I want to do that one. Oh, I feel like doing that one. And just getting through it. And if it was something that was annoying me, a bug, I would say, all right, I'll tackle it because it's just annoying me right now. So it's really interest-based development at that point. And by what I wound up with is that all of the got to have it, in order to be a finished game stuff got marked off the list. And I was just left with a list of stuff that would be nice to have, but they weren't make or break critical items at the end. I accomplished my game dev goal and I had fun doing it. Okay, so if you find yourself in that mode, who's to say you can't also switch gears and have fun with the other sides of game development, serious game development, where it's like, oh, I need to do some marketing. Maybe that's on your punch list. Maybe I need to set up a website. Maybe that's on your list. And it doesn't have to be, I'm going to tackle this all at once, but you pursue it as it's interesting to you. You pursue it as it's fun. And yeah, some things need to happen more critically than others. And I think that you instinctively feel that kind of a pull, knowing that this has got to happen and that's got to happen. But you don't have to be breathing down your own neck about it. You can have fun with it. You can enjoy the process. And I think that doing what sparks joy in your life and wanting to share games with other people is a really big deal. I think that that's kind of the whole point. If you try to pursue your life just pursuing money or just pursuing a business, I don't think you're going to have joy in your life, and I don't think it's sustainable. I think that it is so much better to be pursuing things that are bringing joy into your life, whether you've got $1 million or not. If you did succeed and you have $1 bajillion coming in, how do you want to live then? Do you still want to be breathing down your own neck going work, work, work? Or do you want to be somebody who takes joy in the moment? I think you should start right now. Take joy in it. Make developing a game your hobby. Anyway, that's how it worked for me. I was able to get off my own back and realize that I'm doing this for the fun of it. I'm not trying to make $1 million. And if I do, then that's just icing on the cake. In the meantime, I'm having a fun hobby. I'm okay with that. In fact, I'm more than okay with it. I'm happy as a clam. Anyway, I hope that helps you. What does that mean to you? How does that work out in your life? Let me know down in the comments. Subscribe if you feel like it. I need the dopamine hit. Be awesome, everybody. Bye.